You're watching 48 Fastcast.
Good afternoon and thanks for checking out the 48 Fastcast. Our top local news, weather and sports stories in just 10 minutes. We begin in the Shoals where state troopers tell us a teenager was killed in a wreck today. It happened around 10 a.m. on County Road 189 near County Road 6. State troopers say a 16-year-old died after their car went off the road, overturned, and then hit a tree. The cause of this crash is still under investigation. The teenager's name has not been released. We're on your side tonight in Huntsville asking city leaders where things stand when it comes to parking downtown. This comes after more than a dozen complaints from people who were ticketed in public parking. WAFF 48's Noah Cowell joins us live in downtown Huntsville. Noah, now you've heard from city officials and concerned drivers. You found out the city is getting a lot closer to developing a parking ordinance.
That's right, Nolan. Well, you see, the main issue here is that multiple private parking lots here downtown actually have big public parking signs at their entrance, making people think that they can just park here for free on the weekends, when in fact that it's actually enforced every hour of every day on these weekends. At least that's what the signs say. Huntsville City Councilman Bill Kling told me that over a dozen people have sent complaints to him saying that they have been ticketed in these lots that are managed by a private parking company. To fix this confusion, Kling says he's still working on an ordinance that will put more clear signage in these lots. After that, it will be much more obvious who has to pay and when. But many people who've parked in these lots today told me they've done so several times before without paying and have never been ticketed.
No one has ever came to my car and gave me a ticket. I never came back to a ticket. So if I was to come back to a ticket now, I'd be very surprised. I feel like sometimes they choose a day to do it and sometimes they don't. Specifically on this day today, I don't think they will. So many people out here, I don't see anyone else paying. Maybe they did, maybe I'm not paying attention, but it doesn't really seem like they are.
Now, other people who have parked here today have told me that they have paid, but the cost is pretty expensive. Back in July, it was $5 to pay for the minimum 2-hour time period, but now it's over $7. Multiple times I've reached out to the parking management company that manages these lots in the past month or so, and I haven't gotten any response back just yet. Reporting live in Huntsville, Noah Cowell, 48 News, on your side.
Dozens of veterans, local leaders, and people in the community came together today in Huntsville with a message. American service members who are still missing in action are not forgotten. President Donald Trump declared Friday as National POW MIA Recognition Day for this year. People gathered at the Huntsville-Madison County Veterans Memorial this afternoon to commemorate the solemn day. Congressman Del Strong spoke, and there was also an honor guard salute. Organizers tell us they want to hold everyone accountable until their lost brothers and sisters are home.
It's heartfelt, to see all the support and the community showing up. And, it shows that they do care, that they care for our brothers in arms and that everyone needs to come home.
According to the Defense POW MIA Accounting Agency, 82,000 Americans are still classified as missing in action dating back to World War I. After this brief break, we're going to take you to Hartselle where people in the community are celebrating the 45th annual Depot Days. Here's a live look at the radar showing you what we can expect across the Tennessee Valley. It's been a beautiful day so far. As you can see, no rain on the radar, so expect this nice weather to continue. Now here's a look at your 10-day forecast. After tomorrow, not much of a chance for 90-degree weather for quite a while. Highs falling day by day into the low 80s. Jada Russell will be in with your 10 p.m. forecast with everything you need to know coming up tonight at 10. And we're covering your community in Hartsville, where the 45th annual Depot Days Festival is in full swing right now. Vendors, artists, performers, they have taken over the downtown area. The focus this year is on the history of Hartsville, especially tied to the rail industry.
The railroad was the thing that put us on the map, one of the things, plus cotton. When cotton started growing, we just had more and more gins here in town. At one time we had 4 gins. So the cotton and the railroad was really important to Hartsville, and just continued to grow each year as we have celebrated it.
Now there's still time for you to go to Hartsville for this big party. The live music, it's going to be on the center stage throughout the evening. Several of the top marching bands from across North Alabama were back on the field today, just hours after last night's high school football games. Now they were here for this big competition. This is the Rocket City Marching Invitational. Grissom, Huntsville, Muscle Shoals, and John Paul II are among those looking to take home the top prize. Now, aside from trophies, the band and the members, they also say they're getting valuable lessons from experts.
We just want to put on as quality of a contest as possible. We bring in the best of the best judges so that they can learn really early season and be able to apply all the great feedback that they're getting.
The UNA Marching Pride took the field about 45 minutes ago to show these kids what to expect once they join a college band. And we will have the results of the big competition for you coming up tonight at 10.
Let's get right into the action today, starting off as North Alabama travels to Illinois State. The Lions hoping to secure win number 2. Well, the defense will step up early. Michael Jordan, he comes up with the ball after a red zone fumble. Well, then later on, Japari Hill will force a fumble at midfield. A weather delay late in the second quarter, that's going to halt this game, but that will look to work in the Lions' favor, scoring 7 right before the half with just 11 seconds remaining. They're trailing by 10. Well, UNA will strike right out of the break. That will cut the lead to 7. A couple more scores from each sides of the ball will make this a 21-24 ball game with the Redbirds leading. Well, with 5 minutes remaining in the game, they will enter another weather delay. It's a 3-point ball game. Hopefully the Lions can pick it up out of that delay. Well, now to the highly anticipated matchup between the 22nd ranked Tigers and number 11 Oklahoma. Jackson Arnold returned to Norman, and what a first half between these two. Lots of penalties and lots of defense, leaving us with a 10-10 tie ball game. It's at the top of the third right now. And tonight, Alabama A&M returns home to Lewis Crews Stadium looking for their 3rd straight win. The Bulldogs hoping to build off last Saturday's performance against Tennessee State. One of the big question marks for A&M is under center starting quarterback Cornelius Brown IV left last week's game with an ankle injury. We'll find out tonight if Quad will take the field or if backup Eric Hanley will get to the start tonight. The game against Lane is set for 6. I'll have those highlights for you coming up at 10.
And Kaylee, it should be a good game, and as you just saw and as you've mentioned, a lot of these games are pretty close right now.
Yeah, a lot of close games. Obviously, a tie ball game and then a 3-point ball game for UNA. So hopefully, that weather delay will help them like it did earlier in the game. So that's the hope for the Lions.
The more scores and highlights for you coming up tonight at 10. And that's our time for now. Because of college football, we don't have a 5 or 6 p.m. show today on WAFF 48, but we will be back tonight at 10. And remember, you can get real-time news and weather updates and sports updates 24/7 on our website, WAFF.com, as well as on our news and weather apps. Have a good rest of your night.